The Tories have accused Vince Cable of trying to water down a ban on hate preachers in English universities. The government recently passed laws aimed at banning all extremist preachers from campuses. But Lib Dem Minister Mr. Cable says guidance issued to universities should say it only applies to those who directly incite terrorism. Tory Chairman Grant Shapps told Sky News, Cable doesn't want to do what the Conservatives want to do. Lib Dem Climate Change Minister Ed Davey said Home Secretary Theresa May appeared to be breaking the consensus that action should only be taken if a speaker crossed the line into directly inciting violence. If you change that line, that's a dangerous attack on free speech, he told BBC Radio 5's Pienaar's Politics. Horrific views. He accused Conservative ministers of playing to the audience on the issue and of being vague about how the new rules will apply. Under the Counter-Terrorism and Security Bill, which became law in February, many public bodies, such as schools, universities, and local authorities, have a duty to help prevent people being drawn into terrorism. The government is currently considering the results of a consultation exercise on how the law should be applied and what guidance should be issued to universities and other bodies such as local authorities. The proposed guidance says, universities must take seriously their responsibility to exclude those promoting extremist views that support or are conducive to terrorism. But sources close to Mr. Cable said the business secretary, who also has responsibility for higher education, thought this was too prescriptive. Clearly, there needs to be cases where speakers with extremist views are banned, but allowing the debate to go ahead is really important. The debates are likely to happen even if they are banned from campus. They will find another venue. Banning all extremist preachers risked driving debate underground, making it more difficult to provide strong opposing opinions to horrific views, the source added. Mr. Cable is arguing that only those who directly incite violence should be excluded. Stop radicalization. But Theresa May has said she expects universities to take a tougher stance following claims Mohammed Imwazi, so-called Jihadi John, may have been radicalized at Westminster University in London. The Home Secretary told the Sunday Times, if colleges and universities didn't realize before what we are up against, they should know now. We're not talking about regulating debate, we're saying they need to do more to stop radicalization on campus. Grant Shapps said the aim of the new law was to make sure that on campus we don't have radical preachers saying things which incite violence, which ultimately can lead to the radicalization of young people. We've seen these 3 girls go off to Syria, we've seen Jihadi John, we don't think that sort of preaching should happen in our universities. He added, Conservatives just have a simple view that people in Vince Cable's constituency of Twickenham, or around the country, deserve that protection, and that means we have to put proper decent tough rules in place, which don't ban free speech but do prevent people from preaching death. There have been concerns from universities and others, including from the former MI5 chief Baroness Manningham Buller, that the law risked banning non-violent extremists from speaking at universities, which could impact on freedom of speech.